Wow, Meredith, keeping it classy. Hi, Meredith. We're live from our basements. Or, well, I'm from my
What?
basement. You're at your
I don't have a
house.
basement because I'm poor. No. No, I don't have a basement because I choose to live in a studio apartment.
Anyway, hi, Meredith.
Hi, Kimberly.
How are you?
I am good. How are you?
Good. Today, do you know what we're talking about today?
No.
Okay.
Should I? You gave me a face. You gave me that sly, sneaky face.
I was just disappointed because you're not looking at our spreadsheet, but, whatever.
Bitch.
It's fine. It's fine. It's color-coded and everything.
I was so proud of myself.
Oh, shit.
I was.
It doesn't matter. I like to surprise you.
Okay.
So,
What are we talking about today?
my boobs. No, just kidding.
It's every day.
Today I wanted to talk about, should you marry your best friend
Oh.
in a platonic marriage?
Oh. Do tell. Give me more. Give me more info. Give me more.
So originally, like our last episode, I was going to talk about the single tax, but I was like, no, I want to talk about like my girls' trip and blah, 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 like what made it great. I just am not in the mood today to talk about like the single tax, but I think that it kind of plays into this
Okay.
a little bit. This is a thing that I keep, like I've heard about it and people, talk about it in theory, but it's like two platonic people getting married and being in a kind of like platonic partnership where they run their lives together like a married couple, but they're not it's not romantic.
Okay.
So it would be like you and I were like, hey, it makes sense. Let's get married.
Yeah.
And
I'd finally get to see your boobs. Oh wait, no, it's platonic, so it
no,
doesn't
it's
matter.
platonic, so you don't get to see my boobs. Yeah, sorry.
Wait, wait, I have questions. Is this legal?
Why not?
I know, that's what, like, I
Two
agree
people-
with your answer, but like, I feel like there is.
Two people can get married for whatever reason that they want. I mean, technically, you're not supposed to marry someone to like help them get a green card or whatever, but same-sex marriage is legal. So why couldn't two people who were platonic
You're absolutely right.
Let's get married? Either they haven't met the right romantic partner or they're divorced. I think a lot of people who are divorced, this is a thing that they're like, yeah, that would be great. Like,
I can just feel like the only reason I'm asking is I'm thinking like, well, I'm sure the IRS is going to have something to say about the fact like, wait a minute, you're just doing this for a tax break? No, you can't do that. But what are they going to say? Like, you guys aren't having sex, so you can't get married?
Well, how many people are married that are
also
in heterosexual relationship that aren't having sex? Like,
probably more than we want to admit.
Yeah, like what's the thing that makes a marriage legitimate and a marriage illegitimate?
No, I totally agree.
So if you think about it, so much of life is almost like business.
Mm-hmm.
It's money in, money out. Like, oh, is this a good investment? Is this not? If you have a family, you're trying to make decisions, logistical decisions. You're paying taxes, you're taking people to doctor's appointments, like you're caring for each other. And why does the person that you're married to have to be someone that you're romantically involved with?
Mm-hmm.
What if it was somebody that is your best friend and you can do all of the things like the legal benefits, the financial, the emotional, like, why not? So I put together a list of pros.
Okay.
Of why you should consider marrying your best friend and
I'm
not
very curious. Not a romantic partner.
Yeah, like it doesn't have to be a romantic partner. It's hard to kind of wrap your head around the idea.
Yep, I'm working through it. And it's silly because you're right. Like all the questions I have, you're right. Like I have no answer. Like there's no reason you can't. It's all just what did we say last night? Everything's made up and the points don't matter. It's all just made up. It's a social construct. So okay.
Exactly. So
I'm willing to go on this journey. This
yeah.
metaphorical journey.
Yeah. Okay, so some of the pros, you're already best friends. You already trust each other. Hopefully you can communicate honestly and maybe you know how to fight, have constructive arguments or disagreements and you can come back together. If you're considering this,
Mhm.
you've probably been friends with this person for a while and you probably know them pretty well. So, okay. The other thing is like life logistics are easier. Like when you have one person, especially if you're a single parent, it's just easier to have two people or more. So you have shared values, hopefully you have similar routines, you have aligned expectations about money and work, like downtime. Um and these are things that you would want to have with a romantic partner as well, right?
Yes.
But there might be lower drama and like higher stability. You're choosing companionship and life management and the benefits.
So you're looking at it as a business agreement and not.
It's not necessarily a business agreement, it's kind of a life agreement.
Okay.
You're life partners and you're going to take care of each other. But why are we so set on it having to be romantic?
Because that's the way it's always been.
I don't think that's the way that it's always been. I think romance and like the concept of love and romantic love being part of marriage is a relatively new thing in the last like few hundred years.
That's the way
Whereas,
it's always been for us.
correct,
Yes.
correct. As what?
But you're right. It was like it started as a social contract and women didn't get to choose any part of it.
Right. Well, sometimes men didn't either.
Well, true.
So go ahead.
No, I don't know. I'm still I'm still wrapping my mind around it.
But like, what if you and a friend who, I mean, you and we've started this project, this podcast together, right?
Yeah.
Of like, could it ruin our friendship? Yeah. But are we choosing to try to be adults and work together and benefit from it? Like, we're both enjoying this. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good point or like valid point, but it's like people go into business with their friends and sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't, which is the same with a marriage.
No, I totally agree. It's just it flips the whole idea on its head and it just makes you think of like, wow, society would be very different. Cause I'm thinking like, okay, let's say you're 25 years old and that this is a thing that you want to do. And let's say we're both 25. We both decide that this is the most beneficial thing for us. And then we both meet significant others that we feel it would work better with. Like, because I think a lot of people would say that their significant other is their best friend. And like, because you're sharing so much time with that person and finances with that person, like that's part of the benefit of getting married. So now what happens?
I don't know. I
Hmm.
I don't know. The people that I've talked to about this particular topic, most of the people who find it exciting or like the idea of it are people who've been married before.
It's fair. I've never been married, so I don't. And I'm not saying I'm not excited about it. It's like the choose your own adventure book. I'm going down all the different options that,
Yeah.
different outcomes.
Well, and I mean that could totally happen.
Hmm.
So say you get married to your platonic friend, you guys are 25 and you're like, "Okay, like we're going to be married to each other. We're going to do life together. This is the best solution for us."
Hmm.
Right?
Hmm.
Okay, so let's change that narrative. Two 25-year-olds are in love and they get married and they build the life together. They meet other people.
Hmm. Nope, you got me. You're
Like
totally right.
how people leave people all the time for other people. I think in that context of being married to someone platonically and maybe never having that romantic marriage
Yeah, you can still like,
situation.
well, I guess how am I? I mean, I guess there are scenarios where couples stay married but separate and then end up with other people. Like, you're right. There's absolutely no reason that this is not possible. And it's just because we've never looked at it that way as a society.
Yep.
Wow. This is big brain stuff.
It's just an idea that I think, I don't know, I think it makes sense. Obviously, if I think I have a hard time wrapping my brain around it as well,
Mhm.
because we believe marriage is romantic and you have to love someone, and not that you wouldn't love a platonic, partner, that you're like, okay, we're going to get married for, you know, for the benefits of it. But
No, there's
yeah.
no reason that's like you and I got married at 25 and it works best for this business that we have and just all of the like benefits of our life. It's just it works out for us financially, whatever. And then we both have our significant others who, let's say, we are in a monogamous relationship with, and that's completely separate from the marriage that we have.
Well, yeah, why couldn't they also like move into your house,
No reason.
I think it's so hard to get over the idea of romance and sex and love
It is.
and
It's so
marriage not being tied together.
it's ingrained in there. And
But
that I
then but the number one thing that you have to have in your marriage to make it last is friendship. Like, you genuinely have to enjoy each other and want to spend time together.
and be willing to grow with one another is
Mhm.
the biggest thing that I think people forget about, like going back to the 25-year-old scenario. Like they grow apart, they don't work on whatever issues together, they meet other people and they decide that that's better for them. I think that people forget that like over 10 years you are a different fucking person. You have to
Especially in those first, like, that 20 to 30, totally different. That's a big
yes,
jump.
you have to be willing to grow in the same direction as that person and work on whatever differences together.
Yep.
And that's fucking hard. But yeah, uh, again, coming from somebody who has never been married, but I've still been in long-term relationships. The thing that marriage would have changed was we were legally obligated to each other. I've still been in multiple long-term relationships and they ended probably because we became different people and one or both of us wasn't willing to go in the same direction as the other person. That's okay.
Yeah. And that can happen in a marriage, that can happen in
In a
friendship,
friendship.
like, it can happen in families. I would love to see someone do this and,
Yeah.
like,
I I'm sure there are people out there that are just like, why didn't I think of this? Or yeah, this is a great option.
because it's hard to, like, wrap your mind around it.
It is.
And then there's a subset of people who still don't want people of the same gender to be married. And it doesn't have to be people of the same gender, but they want this idea of the nuclear family and they can't get around the idea that, like, families can all look different.
Yeah.
So, and honestly, like, the fact that we have all of these benefits for people being married is a little, like,
That
archaic.
that's what I was thinking as you're talking about it. I'm like, well, the more this progresses over time, like just the idea of what a marriage looks like evolves, I'm gonna guess this will happen somewhere down the road. And then marriage itself as like a legal financial benefit is might go away.
I think we'd probably be better off if it did, but I think that there's a lot of people who are really tied to the idea, and then there's also huge industries that are tied to it, like wedding venues, and not that those are things that would have to go away if the legal benefits of marriage didn't exist, because I think people would still want to have those type of celebrations because people do. They still have weddings, even though to get those legal benefits, all you have to do is go to the courthouse and, record it. Um, but yeah, I just thought it was a very interesting idea. And I don't know anyone who's done this. Everyone that I know has been married to someone that they're romantically involved with, but
Well, I mean, people in the military have done this,
where they
but
marry someone before they go off and so that someone will get their benefits.
yeah. And but like that's why in the beginning I was thinking about like how the IRS or someone would look at it as
They
something.
wouldn't know though.
Exactly. But like, yeah, I guess I want to look this up. Okay, so the question I asked was, do friends in the military get married for the benefits? And the AI overview answer is yes, people do sometimes marry friends, even other service members, for military benefits like housing allowance or health care, but it's a risky, often fraudulent sham marriage that can lead to severe military and civilian legal trouble, including jail time, dishonorable discharge, and financial restitution, as the military investigates marriages for legitimacy beyond just the paperwork. While financial incentives exist, true military marriages are complex and often driven by deeper factors like support during deployment, but marrying solely for the benefits is illegal fraud.
How can you prove that a couple that's romantic with each other is getting married not just for the benefits, but another like
So you're right, but that's why I brought it up in the first place. Like, how do we prove that it's legitimate? What we're saying is this is the type of marriage that would just be for friendship and for the benefits of being married. So the military views it as illegal if it's not for romantic purposes. Marrying your friend because they're your best friend and you see the benefits of being married to someone and you see this person being in your life for a long time. It doesn't have to be romantic. It just, the benefits work out better in your favor if you're married. And so,
but if you're just marrying like to get someone insurance versus you and your friend are getting married because you want to build a life together, but it's not necessarily romantic
mhm,
and you want to take advantage of the financial benefits, but the reason that you're doing it is companionship, the financial benefits.
mhm.
You want to live together. Maybe you're going to be raising children together and you want to have somebody to share that burden with. So it's fraudulent because they're not having sex.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah. No, it's a good point.
Since the prompt was like, can you marry your friend? Now comes down to the definition of a relationship. Like, you're entering into a relationship with someone. Who says a friendship's not a relationship?
It absolutely is.
Okay.
And
So, but
some people feel like their best friend is their soulmate, not their romantic partner.
I'm just thinking back to like the scene in the proposal, like that's specifically for her to get a green card so she can stay in the US instead of
I don't
Canada.
know what movie you're talking about.
Jesus fuck. But they're being interviewed about their relationship and they have to prove to this person that's doing the interview that their relationship is legitimate. And why is it any of anyone's business whether you're intimately involved with the person that you're building a life with? I don't think it is.
Because a friendship is a legitimate relationship.
Yeah, you could still know all the same information about someone. Literally, the only difference is if you're intimately involved with this person.
Mhm.
And I don't think that's any of anyone's business. So how could you prove that it's fraudulent? I'm sorry, these
Don't
are all
know.
rhetorical questions, and I hope you know that I'm not addressing it to you. It's just
No,
like,
I do. And it's a valid point because the concept of it feels weird.
yeah,
And I think we're realizing that we have this preconceived notion that to make marriage legitimate, it has to be romantic.
yeah, but it doesn't.
But so much of life is just the logistics and sharing the burden of doing the things and, having a competent partner who's helpful and someone that you work well with. That person may not be someone that you are romantically involved with.
You're right. And like we said, how many people choose to stay married because it's the better option,
Right.
but then they have their own separate lives. Like, and people's sexual preferences and sexual lives can vary drastically from one another. So there's nothing that says that you being married to one person means that's the sole person you're going to have sex with for the rest of your life, even if you are married. So you're absolutely right. Who's making these rules? No one. We are.
I don't know.
Somebody do this. Somebody change this. Somebody change the trajectory of marriage forever.
I know. I have a friend who has a friend, and that friend just got divorced in the last year or so. And she's like, I don't want to be married to a man again. I want to marry a friend. I want to like be in a platonic marriage. And it just like, it's just a thing that has been stuck in my brain of like, why aren't more people doing this?
I like this.
Yeah.
This is interesting.
I'm like, if I end up divorced or whatever, God forbid, it seems weird, but I think I'm like open to it.
Yeah, very interesting. I don't know. I don't have any more rabbit holes I can go down with it.
I mean, I feel like we could go down a ton of rabbit holes.
Did you have any? So you said you made a list. You had pros. Did you have any cons on the list?
I did. Do you want me to
Okay.
share them with you?
Yes, I'm sorry. I was really busy off in La La Land trying to figure this concept out.
Yeah. So number one is the lack of romance. And I mean, how many people have romantic marriages that are not romantic? So
Which is why the divorce rate is higher, because now
Yeah.
it's more acceptable to get out
to
of that.
leave,
But yes, continue.
there's not that passion element, and we're very much programmed. Like you and I are having a hard time kind of like processing this of like, wait, but like, how do you do that if you're not
Because
romantic?
every
So,
romance movie I've ever seen is just like the Hallmark movie is they get engaged in 3 days and it's just passion forever. Anyways,
yeah, exactly. The narrative that we've been fed does not support something like this. There's the risk to a friendship, which it's like most people who are in long-term relationships, like that person does usually become their best friend. So I think that's kind of a moot point.
yeah.
But if you did marry your best friend and you don't have other support, like you might lose your primary support system. I don't
Yeah.
know. Just a thing to think about.
Okay.
Um, it feels unsexy.
Yes, maybe. And I kind of feel ashamed to admit it, but maybe that's part of the hang up I'm having because it's ingrained that it's like the ideal in your love life is that you will get married one day.
Yeah, and that you'll have this like passionate, like romantic marriage, and like you'll be obsessed with each other and love each other, and it can happen. It's just like,
But that but that for like that overlooks all of the other shit that happens that's going to happen no matter what. Like
yeah, and so
it's
much
not
of
always
life is not passionate or like beautiful or fun. It's
it's hard fucking work, it's stress. It's not always rainbows and butterflies.
yeah, taking care of someone when they're sick or fighting with them over the fucking dishes.
Yeah.
Another reason is like people will question it. And like you
Not
and I
wanting
are
to
sitting here having this conversation and we're like, wait, how do we like we can't wrap our minds around it.
It's not even happening to us and we're just like, "What?"
Yeah.
Yeah, and not wanting to have to explain yourself all the time. Like
Right.
that would get old.
And you and I are pretty open-minded and we're like, yeah, like this is a great idea. Why wouldn't you? There's a lot of people who would not do that critical thinking of like, well, wait, I have a hang up on this, but why?
Yeah,
And
they'd
that's
just
what
be
you
like,
and I are
"No, it's wrong because that's what I was taught and I'm not going to question it any further."
right. Like, but you
Because
and I
that
are
never
going,
happens in any other scenarios. Sorry.
you and I are going, oh, this new idea has been presented to us. It feels weird,
Mhm.
but why? We're trying to like work through like why it feels weird to us. There are lots of people who would not even bother. They'd be like, that's weird. Get
That's
it away
wrong.
from me.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's wrong.
You know, I think it's up to the individual to decide long term what's best for them. And if a marriage with a platonic partner is where they see their life going, then fucking do it.
The other thing is it doesn't have to be forever. You and your partner could say, we're going to do this for 10 years so that we can combine our finances and build some wealth. And, then at the end of it, we're going to, after 10 years, we're going to call it and like go off and do our own thing.
Yeah.
Like here's another crazy concept, that marriage doesn't have to be forever, that it can be like
Temporary.
temporary. It can have a time limit.
Mhm. A lot
Will
of
blow
people will
people's
have
minds.
a problem with that. Yep.
Yeah. So we're here to just boil people's blood.
Yeah. It's funny, even after discussing all of it and realizing, like, yeah, I mean, why not? Why isn't this possible? Like, I, it, it still doesn't change the fact that I want to get married to someone who I
Yeah,
love at some point,
totally.
but there's nothing that says that I can't just marry and love my best friend.
True. Another thought I had was maybe if you and your best friend both have kids and you got married so that you have some of that, financial stability and those
Oh,
rights and stuff. And then you said when the kids graduate and they've all left home, then we can split up and,
like
do our own
two
things if we
single
want.
parents, just like, yeah, let's make this work to the best of our. That's
Yeah. Just ideas. We're pushing out new ideas. No, these are not new ideas. These are things that people have been doing, and it's just not the norm. So,
no, and it's not something like, again, I think of marriage as meeting someone that I'm romantic with and eventually getting to that point where you're willing to say, like, I trust you enough that we're going to share finances and I'm willing to. But hang on, there's also prenuptial agreements. So, like, there are different types of marriages. Like, that is basically saying, like, I'm doing this because I'm not doing this to get anything out of you. I just want to be with you and be your life partner, which I, like, frankly think is smart. So I guess I don't know what point I was trying to get at. Like, there are people out there that are like going to get married for just the benefits of the other person. And
mhm.
like, I still want to get married to someone, not for any of that. Like, I'm not trying to take anything of anyone's. I just want somebody to be willing to commit to me long term
Yeah,
enough that it's on paper.
yeah, that's totally valid
Okay. I don't know why I don't know why this is so hard.
because maybe it's something that you've never thought about, but it's it goes against everything that we've been taught and we've seen and experienced. And yeah, so I get why you have trouble swallowing it, and I do too. Like, I'm not saying just because I
No, I
presented the
know.
idea, it doesn't mean it was like something that I'm like, yeah, I would totally do it, because I don't know what that I would. I would be supportive of someone who wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Would it be right for me? Well, no, I'm very happy with my partner and marriage, but if our marriage ended for some reason, would I be open to something like this? Maybe.
Hmm. Yeah. God, I'm gonna need a nap after this.
I know, it might hurt
Come,
in your brain.
yeah, coming at us with the big topics. All right, I like that.
So, listeners, what do you think?
Yeah, to please anyone, good or bad, tell me I'm stupid. I don't care.
Chime
That
in.
help me, help my poor silly brain understand.
Well, now that your brain is melted, that's all I have for you.
Oh, thank God. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, that was a great topic, and I like that, and I would love to hear what people have to say. Also,
Yeah.
follow us on Instagram.
Yeah. Mildly thriving pod, I think.
It is.
I haven't been on Instagram in quite a while. So sorry,
I was
guys.
no, I was doing really good for a while, and then I was like, I want to see what my friends are doing on the cruise, and then I was like, oh yeah, I have to post something for the podcast.
Were the people that I was with posting? I didn't see.
Yes, that's how I saw you doing the Macarena on a boat.
Oh, great. Glad that's out there on the internet.
It was just a story. It deleted.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Uh,
Anywho. All right. Well, that is all I have for you.
I think this is a good reminder that mildly
thriving
is thriving enough.
What's that? How was that?
Awful. You know what? We'll get it. We'll get it one day.
Someday.
Thanks, y'all, for dealing with whatever this is.
Thanks for listening to our loyal listeners. We'll see you next time.
We love you.
We love you. Bye.
Okay, bye.